Hey, your body, peace, and harmony here with you here today. Signs you're beginning to heal from psychopathic abuse, narcissistic abuse. Being involved with a narcissist or psychopath can be quite a whirlwind. It can be quite a destructive relationship. It can take quite a bit of toll on you, emotionally, physically, financially. It can really absorb quite a bit of your relationship energy, and in other words, the relationship with a narcissist or psychopath can cause you to really ignore and overlook any of the other relationships you have in your life. They're so consuming that oftentimes we find that people who are involved with a narcissist or psychopath tend to neglect and be deprived of other healthier relationships to the exclusion of relating to this one person. In fact, that's a very common trait that we see in the narcissist or the psychopath, that they tend to kind of isolate their target or their victim and get them to really focus on them alone to the exclusion of other people. They don't want them to be going out with others. They don't want them to spend time in their everyday other activities. They want the exclusive attention, especially in the love bombing phase. So if you have come out of that and you're finding that you were originally kind of in a very isolated situation, you had really cut ties with a lot of good friends, family, other girlfriends, other guy friends, your other organizations you belong to, or other groups, it can be very difficult to rebuild those bridges. But it can be done with time, effort, and using the right tools and strategies, especially what we're giving you here in this channel, Peace and Harmony. So what are some signs that you're beginning to heal? You're no longer feeling so emotionally distraught. You're beginning to lighten up in your mood. You're kind of coming out of the corner that you were painted in by the narcissist or the psychopath, and you're beginning to spread your wings a little bit. You're beginning to relax a little bit in your own skin. You're beginning to let some things go. You're eating a little bit healthier. You're sleeping better. You're able to resume a little bit more normal routine. These are all really good signs, and when you see basically a little glimmer of it, know that your healing towards wholeness is on the way. And don't be afraid of those people who you're going to disappoint, because really it's in that disappointment that your healing is going to occur. Really, all the disappointment that you have been avoiding, you absolutely positively should not worry about that. You should absolutely positively let go the destructive forces, because it's taking a lot of energy, focus, attention, and it's causing too much distress. Yes, in relationships you have to take the good with the bad. That's an everyday part of relationships and getting to know people. However, when it occurs to the point that it's having a really negative, deleterious effect on you, then you know that something is really and truly wrong. And once you know that and you've exposed the narcissist or the psychopath, you absolutely have to give credit to yourself for coming to your senses and realizing that this is how this person plays, this is how they are. And you might feel some regret moving forward. You might feel some hurt moving forward, as it always hurts to leave someone who we've invested a lot of time and energy and care for. And you almost feel like, well, maybe I'm overreacting. So you are going through usually the healing stages of doubting yourself. Do not doubt yourself. You know what you need. And oftentimes it's emerging from that denial of what we need that begins that first journey, those first couple steps to healing. So, coming out of that denial, accepting full responsibility for how you feel, for your health in life, for your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your financial health, your physical health. These are all where you want to be focusing your attention and lifting it off of the narcissist or psychopath, because chances are being caught up in that people-pleasing, imbalanced relationship, it's gotten things really kind of haywire in your life. So what are some other signs that you're healing? You're no longer caught up in trying to please people. You're not afraid to deliver bad news. You're not afraid to have a voice. Bad news meaning you feel a certain way and you're not ashamed to have your feelings. you shouldn't have to apologize for how you feel. And chances are, if you have been in a dysfunctional narcissistic relationship or psychopathic relationship, chances are, you haven't been able to express that voice. Or maybe you started to express it and it wasn't heard. So you got used to the repression, you got used to being oppressed, you got used to shutting up. And you no longer wanted to have the blame and hostility that was caused from the fights and trying to stand up for yourself. So a lot of people end up just kind of giving up and giving in, and going under the brainwashing and gaslighting of the narcissist or psychopath, till it gets to the point where they can't take it anymore. And basically what we're saying is, and when this usually occurs is when you expose them, when they do something and they reveal their true character and their true nature, and it all starts to come together. Aha, now this is why this and this took place. You all start to thread it together. And once you see this, you need to really acknowledge it, deal with it, and begin steps to move on, and slowly but surely work that exit strategy. It's going to take a good degree of strength. Yes, that's true. But truth will set you free. And when you expose the narcissist, when you expose the psychopath, you've just stumbled on the rock of truth. And that is going to be your best ally, your best friend, is knowing that you've discovered this. And in essence, even though you might feel at a loss, you might be grieving the relationship, yes, you're going to have to go through a certain amount of grieving of the relationship, grieving the loss of the illusion that you thought that this was going to be the fairy tale relationship, grieving the loss of maybe a husband or a longtime boyfriend, maybe grieving the loss of a fiance. If your parent was the narcissist or the psychopath, it's grieving the fact that this parent, was not really there for you, and they're not who you thought that they were. You're going to have to go through the stages of grief and loss and feeling alone. This is really kind of how it is. And the acceptance and the truth will begin to set you free. And it's going to feel different. It's probably going to feel very uncomfortable, and it might even feel wrong to begin to take care of yourself. Yet, when you look at the narcissist or psychopath or any really healthy person, this is what they have been doing all along. So, it kind of brings things to balance for you when you feel like, you see others, happy in life, achieving, having a family that's somewhat functional. They've accepted and they're working together, and there's a symbiotic relationship. And, that's just really all that's required. People, of course, marriage isn't easy. Relationships aren't always easy. It takes some work, but it also takes openness and discussion, and that, open reciprocity between people. We're not ever going to get that with the narcissist or the psychopath. It's just, it's not going to plug in. It's not going to hook up. And you're going to find that other people are going to oftentimes maybe support the narcissist, or they're going to support the viewpoint of the psychopath. And that's also very confusing, because they don't know what you know. They haven't seen what you've seen. And so they're going to have maybe information or viewpoint to the contrary. So take it in stride. Don't feel like you need them to support you. All you need at this point is for you to support you. You can do it. This is called taking responsibility for oneself and one's emotions and personal growth. So, if you've encountered that, where you've tried to share your experience with someone else, and they, are saying, I don't think you're correct in this position, they're doubting you, okay? You are going to make a firm foundation in knowing that you know what you know, and you can support yourself and your feelings, and it's just how it is. You know this in your gut. But with any champion, with any successful sports person, or any successful person who has grown in business or in their life, made great achievements, they're going to be met with opposition. So, kind of expect this on your path, because I think once you learn to accept this, it's going to help you begin to really go through greater steps of healing. So that's another stage of healing. It's a good sign that you're healing when, even if others don't support you moving on, but you know what you need, you're now learning to peel away the onion, and you're now seeing the truth of what you need to do and make yourself happy. And you will be free, because believe me, the option to stay stuck is going to present itself. Do not accept the invitation to remain stuck. It's absolutely positively not required of you to stay stuck. It is embracing the truth and embracing your joy and your bliss and your intelligence, and all those others who don't reflect that back to you, let them go. It's unequivocally an important thing to do. You've been there for them, but it's very lopsided or one-sided, and in these situations you just have to accept it what it is. Some you can take the good with the bad, but for the personality disordered person, maybe even people like alcoholic or drug addicts, these people, they haven't really attained a certain degree of healing in their life, so they're not always good for you to be around. So another sign of healing is, you're changing up your friend group. You're no longer associating with the people who aren't good for you, who aren't healthy. You're letting go of the nightclub crowd. You're letting go of the, let's drink all night crowd. You're letting go of the let's do drug crowd. You're letting go of the gambling crowd. You're surrounding yourself and you're opening your mind to other healthier people and activities. You're trying your hand at something new. These are all really good signs that you're healing, and these changes of your behavior, the changes of your daily habits, the changes of your focus to more work on you and protecting you as an individual come into light. And these are very good signs that you're healing. Again, it might be a little bit of discomfort when you're going through these stages, but you are on the right path, unequivocally, without a doubt. Stay the path of healing. Peace and harmony here with you here today. Please share and subscribe for people who need it, and tune in for more videos and great support, tools, and discussion. Have a beautiful day.